Uh-oh, guys, if you do this anymore in creative mode, you're getting banned. Last week, Epic released a blog post talking about creative mode and what can get you banned in there right now. Now, I didn't report on this earlier because I've been out of town since last Wednesday. I went to an event for YouTubers to learn how to become a better YouTuber. And I've got a lot of really cool ideas and plans for the future, and I can't wait for those to come out, but we're not talking about that right now. Today, we're talking about unreleased items and how Epic is gonna start cracking down on people that are using those items. So today, I wanna talk about kind of the history of this problem and why Epic is doing this now and what it means for the future of creative mode. Let's go. So first, let's take a look at the blog post and what Epic is saying is going to get you banned. This first paragraph right here is talking about how whenever something's added into Fortnite, they like to add it into creative mode. But some content is licensed from other third parties. Things like the Star Wars lightsabers or all of the Marvel mythic abilities. All of those things are subject to license restrictions, and in general, they can't add those into creative mode because they have contracts with those other third parties like Disney that say they can only be in Fortnite for a limited amount of time. If they're in creative mode, then they'll be there forever, and we're using this licensed material in our maps and whatever we're creating forever. And in order to do that, Epic would have to pay a load of money to have those licensing rights to those items. So that whole Thanos thing that happened a few weeks ago where the Infinity Gauntlet was put into creative mode by a hacker, well, that violates the terms of those agreements with Disney and can have huge legal ramifications for Epic. So if you ever see anything like that in the future again, stay away from it. Not only could you get banned, you could be dragged into all sorts of legal things. It's not worth it, guys. It's not worth it. So don't expect to ever see the Marvel or Star Wars or licensed materials in creative mode unless it's been agreed upon to be allowed in Fortnite forever. A good example of that is like the Pandora crossover they did. We have all of the Pandora stuff in creative mode now. Okay, so that's the situation with licensed materials. But then this next paragraph talks about other items that aren't licensed. So Epic definitely sees that we're asking all the time, why isn't this content in creative mode that's in Battle Royale? Epic said that they're always looking at that content and if it can be added into creative mode as well, but that new items that are in Battle Royale can bring bugs to creative mode that negatively impacts usability and performance, and can even create issues for existing and in development creator islands. And we've seen this so many times, guys. Often when we get new updates, old things get broken all the time in creative mode. It's not as simple as flipping a switch and that stuff is now added in creative mode. They have to optimize all of the prefabs, the galleries, the doors that are opening and closing, the devices, the cars, the helicopters, and everything else so that it can work in creative mode in all of the different situations that we're gonna put it through versus the Battle Royale area, which is a much more controlled environment that Epic has created. If they're gonna give it to us, which let's be honest, guys, we do some insane things, it has to be optimized and ready for that. So when someone else goes and somehow glitches these items into creative mode, it creates all sorts of issues. And while you may think it's working perfectly when you bring it in, it's breaking other people's maps and causing issues in the code and all sorts of bad things. So now Epic is taking action against people that are glitching items into creative mode. And they're saying if you ever go out and try and unofficially bring items into creative mode, that they're going to take action against your accounts. So that means you're gonna get banned. Now, this has been going on for a very long time. I've even made videos about unreleased items, about the whole Thanos event, but Epic hasn't come out very strongly on this issue yet until last week. So now that we all know this, guys, don't mess around with unreleased props and items anymore. Just don't do it. It's not worth the ban. And in the case of licensed materials, it's not worth getting into legal problems. So does that mean we should stop complaining and just accept what Epic gives us? No, we still need to give them our feedback and say, we want these items, we want these devices, we want all of it. Still give Epic your feedback and say, come on, guys, give us the things. Epic is communicating with us so much more now, as seen in the recent Q&As they've been doing, and they want to hear from us. They want to know what prefabs and galleries we want right now. They want to know what devices we want, so we got to give them our feedback. But also we need to follow the terms and conditions that they've set, because when we're bringing in items and things like that and it breaks creative, well, guess what? The developers then have to go and fix those bugs instead of working on the content that we actually want. So hopefully in the future we see more stuff coming into creative mode as we help the developers by not bugging out the system. All right, guys, don't get banned.